Why am I even doing this? Hello, welcome to the Gigaton League Season 2 Power Spot by Camcart 100 and only Camcart 100. Hee hee hee, tee hee hee. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm not the best singles or Pokemon player in general, so this may not be accurate, but I'm going to go through the teams and then tier them after. And I'm not doing my own team because I'm obviously biased about it. I'm gonna start off with Bacon's team: Pidgeot, Mega, Starmie, Cobalion, Gouging Fire, Terra Articuno, which is let's see here, Terra Articuno, and I don't know its types. What are its types? Its types are water and steel. My God, I do not have anything in gear. Nidoqueen, Metagross, Brute Bonnet, Diancie, which has Terra types, presumably. I'm not gonna go look. And Electric. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. So this team, I don't see any glaring weaknesses on the chart. Maybe the five ground weak Pokemon is interesting, but you do have Articuno, Pidgeot, and Electric, which are great ground switches. Maybe not Terra Articuno, but who cares? You also have Brute Bonnet, which can sponge a couple ground hits if you really wanted to. This team's not terribly slow. I mean, 108 Cobalion, Starmie is really fast. Pidgeot's fast. You have Gouging Fire. I mean, this thing is just fast. Because after one Dragon Dance, I mean, you can't really touch it. On the physical side, it will eat your hits very well for Fire Dragon. Special side, it's a little more frail, but not that bad. So, I mean, I've never seen Brute Bonnet. I just dropped my phone. I've never seen Brute Bonnet, been played ever. So I don't know what it does. But it looks decently strong, fairly bulky. I know what Metagross does. It's very strong. It's very hard to, it's very hard to remove off the field. Ever. Electric's just there because he had a spare dollar. Very, very high base stat average. And that's coming from Metagross, Diancie, Articuno, Gouging Fire. This team's really strong. Pidgeot is not great. You can pretty easily sponge its hits because it only has Hurricane, basically. Or Hurricane Heat Wave. But no miss Hurricane's pretty nice. But you also can't miss Thunder against it, so I don't know. Middle of B tier, I think. Here, you know what? Let's write this down. Let's write this down. Oh, yeah, should probably go over the moves. Rocks, abundance of rocks. I don't think Nidoqueen will be clicking T-Spikes, but you could click T-Spikes. I think Diancie may be used as a spiker and rocker on lead. Starmie with Rapid Spin, it's a very reliable spinner. It's a very reliable spinner. You have Heal Bell users. You don't have any Wish passing, but Starmie has a lot of staying power with Recover sets. You flip turn, teleport, couple U-turns, couple Volt switches. Not bad. Decent disruption. I say decent, but this is a really good disruption. Clear Smog, Haze, Roar, Taunt. Taunt's cool. Priority, Metagross Bullet Punch, it's like a truck. Brute Bonnet could definitely do things with Sucker Punch based on its stats. Status, a lot of Thunder Wave. I like the Thunder Wave. Spore, still good Spore. Good to know. You have knockoff on those two. Metagross may run knockoff occasionally. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure what Bacon wants to do with this. Yeah, I think middle of B is cool. Next up, we're going out of alphabetical order. We have Austin's team. Iron Valiant, Superior, Walking Wake, Terra, Water, and Ice Basculin, I think. Specifically red or blue, not white. Excadrill, Bombardier, Skeledirge, Electros, and then his Terra Gigalith changed. I believe Terra is now on Bombardier, and possibly something else. I'm not sure though. So, this team, physically offensive. I mean, this team hits like a goddamn truck. Like if you are caught off guard by this team, Gigalith's gonna hit you pretty hard with whatever it wants, probably Stone Edge. Iron Valiant is just gonna rip through you with coverage. Like there's not much you can do to stop an Iron Valiant assault. Superior, once it gets that ball rolling with Leaf Storm, even resists can tend to not really take it on. Walking Wake on non-sun I think is interesting. And it also can't. Neither of them can use the booster energy, so take that as you will. I think it's still strong. 125 special attack. Pray to God you don't set Sun for it. Basculin with adaptability, liquidation, and stuff is a threat. Obviously, the pairing of Excadrill, Gigalith. You have the old Gen 5 days where you can just Sand Rush Excadrill through everything, especially because it gets spin if you don't want to run it next to Gigalith. I don't know what Bombardier does. I'm not the best Gen 9 guy. I do know that Skeletor just eats so many hits. Thing is so good at just sticking around. It can even get its own ball rolling, albeit slower and weaker with Torch Song. Electros, no weaknesses. I don't know what you want me to say. Electros just is a ground switch, which this team, not weak to ground. It also is Bombardier, so. Electros, strong, surprisingly good on AB sets. Hits decently hard. Yeah, your speed tiers, I think your speed tiers are fine, similar to Bacon's. I mean, Superior Iron Valiant's is just a good duo. I've used it before. And then Walking Wake's also pretty fast. Not too. You really only have Rapid Spin. The Superior getting defogged is fraudulent. It's never gonna click that. You have hazards. You have rocks. You have rocks on a couple things. I mean, Excadrill lead with Rapid Spin, I guess, is cool, and rocks. You have Slack Off on Skeledirge. Momentum. You have a couple U-turns, Volt Switch, Parting Shot, Memento. Cool. Basculin and Walking Wake will be clicking Flip Turn and hitting pretty hard with it. A lot of knockoff. Good status. Good status. Thunder Wave is great. Will-O-Wisp is amazing on something like Skeledirge. Yawn's also pretty good. Glare on Superior. The fast Glare is mean. See Zygarde 50. You have your Priority Aqua Jet off these two, which is also going to be hitting really hard. I guess Iron Valiant gets Vacuum Wave and Shadow Sneak. I don't know. I've used Iron Valiant pretty limitedly. Disruption, its Disruption moves a lot of Pokemon get them. Like this team, I don't see any glaring weaknesses that aren't covered pretty well. I mean, like the most you have is like 3 Pokemon weak to one type. Like this team covers its bases pretty well. Yeah, not much for Psychic. I mean, Bombardier may be enough. You do have that Ghost in Skeledirge. Like, defensive... I don't think this team really needs to be defensive, but it's not that bulky on the special side. You don't have anything like the defensive profiles of Skeledirge or Gigalith type thing. You have a very, very good set of physical attackers. Iron Valiant, Basculin, Excadrill, Electros, Gigalith, I guess Bombardier. Like They're all very strong physically. You have Excadrill for dragons, which is actually a really good check. And then Iron Valiant's also like an amazing check to dragons. So next up we have Brady's team with Iron Boulder, Grafaiai, Terrapalmont, Landorus Incarnate, Levani, Terrapagos, Krokorok, Terra Captain, Vaporeon, Aggron, Mega, and Clefairy. Oh boy, this team right here. Super physically offensive, super fast looking at just these four guys. Grafaiai, Iron Boulder, Landorus, and Palmont are super fast. If you can get Sunny Day up, Levani is just really, really fast. Terrapagos, super bulky, super strong. Calm Mind sets? Calm Mind sets are scary. And then obviously your defensive profiles. You have a Clefairy. This is true. You do have Clefairy. You have a Clefairy, so I don't think I need to say more. No, seriously, you have Calm Mind, Terrapagos on the special side. Iron Boulder doesn't seem to be the worst on the special side. Aggron. You have Mega Aggron. Like, Mega Aggron's, like, I think it's one of the best physical sponges in the game because of the pure steel typing, giving it next to, like, no weaknesses, because fighting, they're going to bounce off with Filter. Fighting moves are all physical, they're going to bounce off. Ground moves, you're generally fine against them because of Filter and they're mostly physical. You really only have to be worried about the fire moves. Like, a small torch, small ember gets near Mega Aggron and it fucking explodes. You have Intimidate if you want to bring Krokorok to soften those hits on teams that may not have Mega Aggron. Like, you don't want to bring it. Vaporeon, it is fine. I think that's just a good Wish Passer. It's a good Wish Passer. Water immunity. Water is a very common type in net decks. With all the Scalds and everything. Iron Boulder is a good physical attacker. You have Landorus. You do indeed have Sheer Force Landorus on physical, but special sets better because you have Earth Power, you have Air Slash. There's other moves. I think Bleak Wind and like Sandseer and stuff is banned. We still run Life Orb, like just absolutely pile on the hurt with that set. Or something like that. You got a lot of immunities spread out, like immunity, a couple of ghosts, psychic, poison, water. Not too many weaknesses. You have a kind of a ground weakness, I guess, if you want to call it that. I mean, you have Landorus, and you have Levani if you want ground switches, I guess. Like, no major weaknesses. I mean, Ice types hit you decently hard, but then again, what Ice type isn't going to hit pretty hard? They're all kind of built to do that. Other than Regice. We don't care about Regice. Oh my god, hazards. Holy. Hazards on this team are going to be really hard to, A, keep up, and B, take down. Because you got all of these rockers. Like, Mega Aggron's a great rocker. Levani on lead with Sticky Web is beautiful. Can really slow down teams for you. Actually, yeah. No, Sticky Web can really slow down teams for something like Terrapagos, Levani itself. I guess to a point, Krokorok could get rolling with Moxie, but Scarfers are going to stop, like, outrunning stuff like Iron Boulder after Sticky Web, potentially. Or Hazard removal. It looks very small, and Landorus is somewhat fraudulent, but I could see Landorus pulling out a surprise defog. Terrapagos is a great spinner. Terrapagos can threaten ghost types, so you can't switch in a ghost to eat the rapid spin. Healing. Oh, this team has so much healing. Revival Blessing is banned. Clefairy is wish passing, Palmont's wish passing, Vaporeon's wishing, you have Heal Bell on these three, Aromatherapy. Mind you, most of this is all Clefairy, which won't be coming reasonably that much, but who knows. Momentum, not much. You do have U-turn Volt Switch on these three. Clefairy would use Teleport to sponge a hit. Grafai, sure, we're going to call that a move that it wants to use. Disruption, so much Taunt, so much Roar. Haze, 3 Encores. Grafai being particularly mean with its Encore. Dragon Tail is a real Aggron move. You've Priority, not really. I mean, Fake Out on Palmont, maybe. Nuzzle. Nuzzle is where this team, or this status is good. Nuzzle and Yawn on these two is nice. Item removal, so much knock. So much knockoff. Why does Levany have knockoff twice? I'm not even... Why? Anyway. You do have so much... You still have so much knockoff. Like, it's insane. Talked about the speed already. Weaknesses. I mean, I talked about all the immunities. This team's not slow. I don't think this team's, like, that slow. Like, I just think that this team isn't as fast as something else that will, like, some other teams, but it's still reasonably fast. Put a Scarf on Terrapagos, maybe, and it may outrun something. Something that may not want to be outrun. Alright, Bushy's team. Oh god, I don't want to fight this team. I really hope I can dodge it. But we have Terra Normal Noivern. I don't care about its other type because Boom Burst. Need I say more? Gengar, Gardevoir Mega, Toedscruel, Darmanitan, Quaquaval. I think I said that right. Farigiraf, King Gambit, and Terra Knuckle Stack, which is Terra Steel Flying, I think. Oh my god, where do I start? You have so much offense on this team. You have Quaquaval, which can steal games on its own. Like, Namoxie, Aqua Step, done. You just get a kill with Aqua Step. Now you've DD'd and you've killed something. Darmanitan is not the best. I'm gonna tell you, it's not the best, but oh my god, can this thing just... can sweep you up, and then you would have never seen the game. Sheer Force, Scarf, Flare Blitz. Gone. Toedscruel, I don't know what Toedscruel does other than eat hits from the looks of it. Gardevoir is great. I like Mega Gardevoir. Pixelate's a good ability on with Hyper Voice. You're dealing a lot of stab fairy damage. Off that 165 special attack. Gengar's fast. Like, Gengar's always been fast. It's a spin blocker, special attack. Almost on par with Gardevoir. Gambit. Gambit is your kind of third physical attacker to complete the 3. Gambit's great. I think King Gambit has the potential with Supreme Overlord or even Defiant to just steal a couple kills that it may have had no right taking. This team isn't slow. I mean, Darmanitan at 95 is a little but base 100s, you got the 110, you have Noivern, which is brutal on specs, you have Flamethrower, you have Heat Wave, I guess, Boom Burst, Draco Meteor, Air Slash if you cared, Hurricane. I don't know what Knuckle Stack wants to do, but it will eat physical hits pretty well. But that's about all it will do. You do have that Ghost resistance, though. You are resistant to Ghost, even though... Yeah, you do have that Purifying Salt Ghost resistance, which is nice. I mean, you're not, like, standout weak to anything. Right? Water does kind of hit this team decently hard. But, I mean, Knuckle Stack and Darmanitan don't really want to go near it. Quaquaval will eat it. We'll probably use that on entry. You do have Sap Sipper for a giraffe, which is pretty cool. Your speed's fine. I mean, I see this team just like chipping you with something like Stealth Rock, which it can set with King Gambit and Knuckle Stack, and maybe even the other hazards, and then just sweep you because it has such effective physical sweepers and good spinners. Two decent spinners from the looks of it. Noivern will not be running Defog on spec sets, so not the greatest recovery. I don't think Gardevoir wants to be passing wishes 24/7, but I suppose it could. I'm not gonna stop it from wish passing. You have U-turn on Quaquaval, so it can use that as exit. Darmanitan also gets U-turn. Flip turn on Quaquaval as well, if you just want to hit water instead of bug. Item removal, decent amount of knock, although these two probably won't be running it, but these three may. I don't know what this move does. I've never heard of it. Trick, I guess. Status: Spore, Thunderwave, 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 Willow, Yawn. Oh boy, even though Dharma won't be clicking Willow or Yawn, oh god. Good priority, Quaquaval Lock with Jet. Gardevoir won't be clicking those. Gambit will be clicking Sucker Punch. You will be getting Sucker Punched. A lot of taunt. Couple roars. Haze, Encore. Good amount of Encore if you want to use it. Clear Smog, I guess. No, I think this team is really strong. I don't think I'll be tearing at the end, so I may not be doing like a traditional tier list. I may do numbers though. I may number it for everyone else in the league. Like this team, oh, it's so strong. I see myself getting absolutely picked up and swept away by something like Darmanitan and Quaquaval. They're just such strong picks with not a lot of counterplay on the type chart. Ice, I guess you're kind of weak to ice, but not even. Like I said before, what team isn't like weak to ice? Alright, Gus's team. Oh, this team is fun. I like this team. You got Swellow, Screamtail, Kyurem, Annihilate, Revavroom, Blastoise Mega, Taro-Wo-Chien. Taro-Wo-Chien is going to do so much. Flareon, and Sandslash. Let me just, where's Gus's team? Terra Poison, Steel Wo-Chien, Flareon, Terra Fire Grass. I don't know where to start. This team is just, like, it's a little slow. Other than Swallow and Screamtail. Not the fastest, right? Kyurem and Annihilate is a good duo. I think they can eat. They can just, like, take a lot of hits if they want to. Defiant, obviously, Annihilate can do some stuff with that. You do have Gut Swallow. Gut Swallow can hit decently hard. I'm not gonna say it's the strongest thing I've ever seen, but it does hit decently hard. You also have Guts or Flash Fire Flareon, which, I mean, 130 base attack Flare Blitzes. It's really strong. Blastoise Mega Launcher boosted Water Pulse is hitting like as hard as Hydro Pump type thing. I meant Surf, not Hydro Pump. What the fuck am I thinking? With that confusion chance. Revavroom, I don't know what Revavroom does. I mean, it's a Steel type, so yippee. Steel type looks like it's got Filter and Overcoat, so it can do some stuff. Well, Chen obviously just eats special hits, right? It just eats hits, like all of them. Especially when you can give it a better defensive type. Right, because as it stands, Wo Chen. Oh man, Grass Dark ain't that good, Chet. I meant Chief. Fuck. Can't speak today. Not that good, Chief. Not that good. You're weak to so much. This team can really cover its bases pretty well. Like, really, none of this team is weak to a lot other than Wo-Chen, but it's going to be tearing out of those weaknesses anyway. Like, this team could be... Oh, Jesus. Ah! It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Why am I counting? Yeah, I feel like this team could use maybe sticky web support. You know, you got rocks. Rocks are nice, I'm gonna admit. This team's got good rockers with Sandslash and Springtail. Hazard removal. Blastoise and Sandslash are two great spinners. Wish. You don't have the greatest Wish support. You have Heal Bell Flareon, but Flareon would much rather be hitting things. Momentum, you got the two U-turns. I see those two being used. That's about it. Not too much item removal. Sandslash may run knockoff. Streamtail. You do have, not that much status. Not meaningful priority in any way. Well, these two hit pretty hard with Guts Boosted Quick Attack. And then, I don't know if Disruption really matters on this team. I mean, maybe. Setup Sweepers may run through it, but... This team's not the best. I see some flaws in that it's too slow. And like, well, yes, its offenses are huge. It's just those Pokemon aren't the best. I mean, Mega Blastoise is easy to play around. From my old experience with it, you can play around it pretty easily. Gyarados can run mixed. It can run mixed. It can run physical or special, which can catch you off guard. Oh, Jesus, I'm still yawning. What the hell? I don't know. This team's really interesting to me. But I don't think it's as rock solid as some other teams. Ah, yeah, this is a team that exists. Oh, yeah, it's a team that exists. I think this is an A-tier team already. You have Trapinch, Terra, Diplin, Terra, Regular Blastoise, Mandibuzz, Petarant, Jirachi, Iron Moth, Diancie Mega, and Terra Zygarde 10. Holy, this team is strong. That's all I'm going to say about it. This team is strong. This team is fast. This team has a Petarant on it, so it's bulky. I feel like Mandibuzz is, like, really good. I don't know. Like, I don't see a point in Mandibuzz not coming. Not coming up to fights because it's just that good for this team. Like, team's not slow, it's not overly frail, it's not weak. Like, it's got really good defenses. I mean, 2 electric switch-ins, flying as a Grafire, like... You do have the painful ground weakness, though. Got a painful looking ground and ice weakness. Which is easy to play around when you have freaking Mandibuzz, which can eat fucking multitude of hits. And then the ice weakness, I mean, just like Iron Mouth Jirachi will happily switch in on those and then punish whatever uses them, and Zygarde will be out of its 4 times weakness. So will Diplin, actually. Not that weak to ice. Good to Trapinch is Terra Bug, I believe. I believe Trapinch, where's this team? This team's Hannah's team. Yeah, Terra Ground, Terra Bug, you can see all of them. Trapinch is a good revenge killer for certain things. I mean, you will just be choice banding into first impression most of the time with Terra Bug to revenge kill something with Rain Trap. You'll be trapping something in and then viciously murdering it with Bug Stab. Or not, well, not Stab, but it will be Stab after Terra. So, I mean, seems fine. That's all I can really say about it. This team's fine. It's a fine-looking team. You have good rocks. I mean, well, not good rocks, but you have rocks, I suppose. Blastoise, good spinner. Jirachi's a good wish passer. You turn out with Mandibuzz, Jirachi. Mandibuzz will be clicking knockoff, and there is nothing you can do. Glare Zygarde's mean. Priority, I talked about first impression already. Haze, I suppose, if you wanted to use it. Oh. Bro, please stop fucking yawning. Jesus Christ. There's still like half the team to go through. We have Jack's team. God damn, this team's really good. Let me just start off with. My freaking lord. Where do I even start with this? Okay. Meowscarada Latios. That's an offensive duo. That's a duo. Like, holy mother of Christ.
Oh, a lot of Pokemon.
I'm sorry, I just saw your DM, CJ.
Pardon, Cam?
I just saw your DM. I'm ranking these teams. I'm doing my power spot.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was not sure when you started that. I just saw that you were definitely.
I know, I was waiting for you to get here, and then you
I've
just
been back
didn't.
for like half an hour, my dude.
Yeah, I know, I've been recording for just about a half an hour.
Fair.
I hope you are all okay with being recorded. I can cut this out.
Fuck you, Camcart, and all you stand for, you punk ass bitch.
Wait, are you still recording? Cam?
Yes,
that
I
means
am.
you might have heard. That means you might have heard some of the perverted fucking comments Rose and I made towards each other. I really hope you can edit.
I was deafened the whole time.
Just in case
Okay.
you can't edit this out, subscribe to youtube.com/megacj.
Hey CJ, thanks for showing me the video editor that I can now use. Anyway.
Cool. Yeah, thanks. Give me the credit. Totally not Ash. Give me all the credit.
This team is really strong. I hope you guys don't mind me rambling about Pokemon for the next half an hour.
No, you're fine. We're just doing Dynamax adventures.
Cool.
Rambling about
Meowscarada.
Pokemon. You mean what we've been doing for the last 4 hours on call?
Meowscarada, Zebstrika, Latios, Tentacruel, Iron Crown, Dashbun, Landorus, Therian, Zangoose, Goodra, Girder, with Zangos and Gudra as Terracotta.
Zangoose, is that a new evolution?
Holy shit! This team is strong. I think this team will win most, if not all, of its games played.
Zangos, is that a new evolution?
Ash, I will mute you.
Wow, that sucks. CJ and I both just used a life. That's awesome.
Wah.
You have a special
Oh.
defense, the fucking powerhouse in Gudra and Tentacruel. They're very good on the special defense side.
Hold on, let me bring this up.
Landorus Therian is the premier physical attacker with, I guess, Toxic Boost Zangoose and Meowscarada. So you have good physical offense. Your special offense is Latios. I don't need to say any more. Well, and Iron Crown. But I don't need to say any more than Latios. Zebstrika is an electric switch and a grass switch if you want it to be. Landorus Therian's obviously your ground pivot. You don't have that many crippling weaknesses other than the ice weakness, which, I mean, ice is supposed to kind of be a weak point of all these teams, and yet you can just get around it with, something like Terra Gudra.
Well, this is a problem.
It really is.
We're gonna die to this freaking Jellicent.
Not
Jellicent.
good. Hey, we're getting fucked up.
Yeah.
We're actually getting fucked up right now.
This team's hazards are certainly hazards, but I don't think it matters because you have Landorus Therian for rocks, and then you have Tentacruel on rapid spins, so it doesn't really matter what else is on here.
Oh boy, I'm just gonna use Dig again.
Dashbun gets Wish, apparently. Cool. So many pivot options.
Surprised you're not Dynamaxing, CJ.
So many momentum
I
options.
don't think I have the option, did I?
I saw like a thing go into you, so it looked like
Oh,
you had the thing, but I guess like maybe
bad.
not.
You got flip turn,
No, you might not
U-turn,
have.
volt switch. Sure, you have disruption, but so much knockoff.
Wow,
You don't get
that's
items.
not good.
well, fuck.
You don't get items against
That's
this team.
not good.
I don't think you also
The
get
only saving grace
speed
we have is that we're getting healed at the end of this fight.
because Abstrika will be paralyzing you. You do not get speed. Not that much
You're
meaningful
fucking
priority,
dead.
but
Am I taking this or is Bree? Or are you?
I think this team is
I need
in.
to see what moves
This
it
team is in
has.
contention for top
'Cause I don't
spot.
know who's taking this.
If it has Draining Kiss, I feel like whoever has the worst
Did I
off
talk about
health
that team's speed? I don't think I talked about this
should
team's speed.
take it.
Fast. This team's really fast.
But we're also getting healed for about half HP after
Latios,
this.
Zebstrika, Meowscarada are fast.
I'm pretty sure I'm
Shit.
full health right now because
So,
of the
yeah.
respawn. I don't think I
Alright.
got hit.
Julia's
Ooh,
team.
Dazzling Gleam. Hang on a second. I want to see if the NPC takes it before we do anything. Because if the NPC takes it, then we're good.
Julia's team. Terra Jolteon,
It didn't. Okay,
Cyclizar, Ogerpon Wellspring,
Rose, I would say you should take this, yeah.
Moltres,
Actually, no, don't.
Flamigo,
No, sorry,
Terra,
that's my fault. I misread something.
Gardevoir, Houndstone, Registeel, Muck, Tinglu. Holy, this team is bulky as all hell. You have a lot of
disadvantages.
You have a lot of defenses with this team. And then Tinglu, I guess. Tinglu exists. Which is another really good defensive mon. I'm getting scatterbrained. Let me try and get myself back on track. This team's got speed in Jolteon, Ogerpon, and Cyclizar. You have
Use
Moltres, I suppose.
Ice or Dazzling Gleam. Both are the same. Icy Wind is less damage, but also lowers Giratina's speed, which will help a lot as well.
I will do that next turn.
You have Terra Flamigo, so it's going to be hitting like way too hard with Scrap equals Combat or High Jump Kick. I think it also gets that. This team's really resilient to a lot of different types of moves. You have no glaring weaknesses. Like 4 times weakness to Rock, which isn't the worst in the world. Moltres can just not show up if there's any semblance of stone on the field. You have very real stealth rockers in Registeel and Tinglu. Tinglu can also use spikes.
Bye, Ashley.
Well, Ashley's gone. Now I don't have to plug them in the description. Cyclizar with Rapid Spin is a very good spinner. Sadly, Shed-Tail is banned, so Heal Bell support with Gardevoir. You have Wish support with Gardevoir and wait, the fuck? Jolteon gets Wish. Excuse me. All right. Well, it will not be clicking that, but it does if it wants to. Jesus. You have a decent amount of knockoff in with Muck and Cyclizar. Gardevoir and Ogerpon might as well not have it. Good amount of status, couple T-Waves, couple Willows, 2 Yawns. Good priority. Oh, Jesus. Good priority in Shadow Sneak with Houndstone and just Houndstone. Disruption, a lot of it. There's a lot. You also have, Tinglu's just like really bulky, so I don't know if many Pokemon will be able to actually break
Have we
through
lowered
this
this
team.
Giratina's speed?
I don't think we have.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I hit it with ice twice, so maybe.
Yeah, Rose just won that for us
Oh,
by lowering its
I was
speed.
the last one who hit it.
Yeah, but I think Giratina outsped you turn 1.
Oh,
Yeah, because I didn't. Yeah, because
So Rose
yeah.
lowering its speed saved us.
Alright, this team. Oh, this team. Holy moly. Aerodactyl, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Cryogonal, Sandy Shocks, Mega Metacham, Archaludon, Dugong, Sylveon, Wheezing Clawitzer Terra. Oh my god. This is a team. And also the only time I've seen a frickin' the only time I've seen this on the frickin' thing. This is real cool. I've never seen this. But this team's specially defensive. It has Sylveon on it, and Cryogonal, I guess, is especially bulky. Like Mega Metacham, Aerodactyl, and oh my god, brain off. Ogerpon are going to be hitting so hard physically. And you have so many good special hitters in Sandy Shocks, Archaludon, and Sylveon. And I guess the Nuke of Clawitzer. The Terra Dragon, Dragon Pulse with Mega Launcher, Choice Specs. This team's just so strong. Like, this team is freaking really strong, dude. Also, yeah, Dugong. Like, you are not weak to ice on this team because of Dugong. Like, if you are being threatened by an ice move for some reason, which you're not really weak to it anyway, Dugong will just fucking eat it, which is insane. This team is fast. I mean, Metacham's kind of your slowest, like, offensive Pokemon. So, I mean, go. I mean, the Assault Vest with Stamina, you just start, like, not taking damage. You're not weak to much. You don't have any Ghost Resist. You have no Ghost Resist on one Ghost weak, so Ghost will hit you pretty neutrally. Along with Dark. Like, there's just a part of the type chart that's just empty because of this team, but I don't think you're necessarily that weak, though, because Dragon, you have the immunity in Sylveon. For moves, you have your lead rocker with Aerodactyl. You have Spinner and Cryogonal, I suppose. You have Wish Sylveon, which is really strong. U-turn, flip turn, Clawitzer. Ogerpon, I guess, gets U-turn, so cool. Item removal isn't real on this team, I guess. Status, decent status mons. Good amount of priority. Good amount of decent priority in Ice Shard. You have Terra Metacham. You have Mega Metacham Fake Out, which is going to be hitting like a goddamn truck. Along with its bullet punches. You have the Aqua Jets, which I guess are moves, I suppose. I'm not talking about Disruption anymore because every team seems to have a good amount. Like, other than this gap in the type chart, I guess this team's just really good in my eyes. Alright, I have to say nice things about this team because they're the ones who can just remove me from the league in an instant. This team's really good. Crocodile, Arbok, Raging Bolt, Slowbro, Ferrothorn, Primeape, Whimsicott, Talonflame, Aerodactyl, Mega. Holy, this team is fast and strong. And bulky. This team's really freaking bulky. 2 Intimidators. Raging Bolt. Fucking Slowbro. Whimsicott likes to just be fast and do whatever it wants with Prankster. Talonflame has Gale Wings, which isn't as good anymore, but Talonflame has that priority Tailwind if you want it. Aerodactyl's one of the best Pokemon ever fucking made because of how fast and strong it is with Tough Claws. And Ferrothorn is just going to sit there and eat anything thrown at it. Seriously, look over here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? You're just eating so many. Nice, whatever. Whatever, you're kind of weak to ice types, who cares? Talonflame kills them, Primeape kills them. Like, Raging Bolt probably removes some. Like, Ferrothorn, Slowbro. And then the 2 Intimidators. This team's so physically bulky because of the Intimidators plus those 2. And then specially, you're not even that bad off with, like, AV Raging Bolt or something. Moves. I don't know if I talked. Real Stealth Rockers. Not terrible hazard removal with the Prankster and Gale Wings Defog. Not that good healing, but if you're just blazing past everything, it doesn't matter. Like, good priority in Thunderclap and Sucker Punch. Amazing status with Glare and then T-Wave. Item removal, I don't think you get items because Ferrothorn, Crocodile. Like, this team's solid. Like, this team is solid. I'd put this in, like, top 4 easily, probably. Like, so strong on the physical side. It's not weak, especially. Raging Bolt's really strong. I mean, Slowbro also can hit things, but it's just gonna sit there and be removable. Maggie. Okay, is this the team I'm thinking of? Okay, this is the Hariyama Gulliker Volcanion, Klefki Venusaur Mega, Pinsir Sharpedo, Salamence, Iron Treads, Terra Persian, and Terra Kilowattrel. May I just say, this team is possibly the most offensive team we have seen. Holy mother of Christ, Kilowattrel's strong. Iron Treads is strong. Salamence is one of the most threatening Sweepers in Pokemon. Sharpedo exists. Pinsir's really, really, really strong. Venusaur is really bulky along with base 122 special attack. The Volcanion hits really good with Fire Water Stab. My god, Gullick has essentially a third stab type in fucking No Guard Dynamic Punch. And then Hariyama sits there and eats a lot of neutral hits and even resisted hits because pure fighting resists more than you think it does. This team has some speed, but it's not the fastest thing in the world until you look at Speed Boost Sharpedo and then Dragon Dance Salamence, and then it becomes really fast. Really physically offensive. Really physically defensive. You have Venusaur to eat special hits. Like, this type chart's just littered with resistances and immunities. Like, look at this. There's no major or even, like, minor holes in this team. Like, Klefki is amazing support. You have not the best hazards, but Klefki's so reliable with spikes. You have Rapid Spin Iron Treads. You have Wish Salamence, which I've seen before. Volt Switching Kilowattrel hits really hard on specs, man. I've seen it before. So you don't get items. I'm just gonna say, these are all real knockoff users. You don't get items. You do not get items. Status is decent. I'm not gonna call it bad. You have... I'm not going to call this decent priority. You have priority for sure. Mega Pinsir is so much better with Quick Attack. This team's really strong. Decent speed. Really good physical attack. Good defense. Decent special defense. I'm not going to call it bad on the special attacking side. Look at these two. Oh my god, Lex. You've made a really good team here. So many resistances. You're not, like, openly weak so much. It's going to be really hard to play around this team for anyone. This is Maggie's team still. The fuck happened? Oh, I did not mean to say Lex there, I guess. Yeah, anyway, Maggie's going to be really hard to play around. Nate Normo, Iron Bundle, Mega Manetric, Ogerpon, Haxorus, Terra Arcanine, which I believe is Fire Grass. Or... maybe maybe it's normal grass or normal fire. I don't know. Normal fire and grass some combo. Braviary, Orthworm, Scrafty, Wigglytuff, Terra Musharna, Clodsire, which I think may have been changed. The Terra Musharna. Alright, this team, super good offensively. You have Arcanine, you have Braviary, you have Haxorus and Ogerpon, which are really strong physically. Manectric and Iron Bundle are fucking heavy hitters, especially. Not the best bulk I've seen outside of like Earthworm's physical eating capabilities. Like Clodsire is gonna eat is gonna use Unaware to really fuck up setup sweepers. Wigglytuff, I guess, sure. This type chart looks very empty, which I think is a good and a bad thing. I don't know why, it's just looking empty to my eyes. You got decent speed, 3 Pokemon breaking base 100, 2 of them being right next to each other is a little neat, but you have decent coverage. I don't see any major weaknesses. Like Musharna and Clodsire are gonna want to eat fighting moves all day. Like other than that, I don't see much. Rocks. Sure, you got a couple Stealth Walk Greekmons, but I mean, it's all the power to Nate. I see how this team wins games. This is a problem. Like the fog on Braviary is not real. You have no hazard removal that's reliable, but you have really good hazard setters. Orthworm, Clodsire are 2 amazing setters of Spike, Stealth Rock, and Toxic Spikes respectively. With Wish support from Wigglytuff, you can keep your team pretty healthy if you see it. Heal Bell on those 2. Decent momentum in Volt Switch U-turn with the 2 teleport on Wigglytuff. I don't know if Arcanine gets teleport. That's really fucking weird. Shed-Tail's banned. Item removal is decent. Scrafty, cool. It will be running that, but Yawn Clodsire is the main status user with Terra Musharna. Yeah, Terra Musharna Thunderwave being another thing. Priority. Haxorus first impression will kill something. If it doesn't get a kill, I will be baffled. Haxorus is really strong, and to get first impression is holy mother of Christ, that is revenge killing something and then dragon dancing. Oh my god, this team is decent. Like, I think that there are some flaws. Maybe you're not that bulky. I mean, like, you are not. I don't want to call this team fast either, even though there's Iron Bundle. I don't know. We'll reevaluate. Okay, team here. We got 2 speed boosters. In Ninjask and Victini, or Ninjask and Scolipede there. We got Victini, Zapdos, Hitmonlima, Bostiff, Goldango, Altaria, Mega, Stalin, and Swampert. This team's going to be hard to break through, but it's not going to be hitting you decently in return, right? Because, like, Swampert's really hard to break through. Like, Swampert's hard to break through. I'm trying to think. Altaria's got a decent defensive profile. Goldango, as a Ghost Steel, you have 3 immunities. And you have that immunity to status moves that would go to Gold. But Bostiff with Intimidate or Stakeout, cool. Hitmonlee's just going to hit things hard on Choice Scarf or Choice Band sets. Zapdos, this isn't GSC or Advanced, so you don't have the greatest of defensive profiles as he used to. Victini, oh my god, it's just gonna do things with like V-Create. It's just gonna hit things hard. This team's physically offensive. Doesn't have great special attackers outside of Goldango's Zapdos, which are really good, don't get me wrong. Decent bulk, not the best, but you do have some weaknesses. You do have a rock weakness that's pretty obvious. You do have 2 of the fastest Pokemon possibly ever in the Speed Boosters, Ninjask and Scolipede. Decent resistance. There's not a whole lot of weaknesses, actually. You're resisting more than you're not. Including fighting. You cannot touch this team with a fighting type if you tried, dude. Like, oh my god, if you ever click close combat, you are praying to God that nothing that comes in resists it, which is pretty much this entire team. Bug, same thing, I mean. Alright, real Stealth Rocker, not real for a Scolipede. Hitmonlee is a decent spinner. Defog on Zapdos is a move. Heal Bell, Mega Altaria. Knockoff on Swampert's certainly a move it can use. I've seen it. Really good status, actually. Now that I see this, decent status. Zapdos, Altaria, Victini, all good stats teasers. Not good priority, right? You're going to be clicking one of these moves with Hitmonlee, like, ever, and that's Mach Punch. So, this team's fast. This team's really fast with just those two. This team's decently strong, but it's, like, not the bulkiest thing in the world. Which sounds weird, because this type chart looks good to me. This type chart looks really good to me, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how well Parker plays this team. Winner Skies team: Tornadus T, Galvantula, Zygarde 50, Terra Meloetta, Glamora, Alola Mola, Cacturn Terra, Mega Mawile, Crocalor. Where do you start with this? Glamora is amazing in singles. Oh my god, Glamora is amazing. Alola Mola is one of the bulkiest fuckers around. Galvantula is some of the best speed control in the format. Tornadus Therian just stays. Bro can do so much. Zygarde 50, you can run miniature Big Boss if you wanted to. Meloetta, I think it's a threat. It's a really good threat with special sets. Mega Mawile, need I say more? It's the strongest unboosted attack stat in Pokemon. Coming off of the coveted Steel Fairy typing with Fire Fang. This team's so bulky and it's so offensive, it's not funny. Like, and then your matchup spread is very neutral. Your matchup spread is very neutral. And then Glamora gets those toxic spikes up. Glamora gets those rocks up. Galvantula has Sticky Web for even more speed control. You have Mortal Spin Glamora too. Wow. The hazards cannot touch this team, but you are getting fucking dug into by every single hazard imaginable. Momentum, Galvantula, Volt Switch, Tornadus, U-Turn. Like, knockoff. I don't think you get items against this team. Glare. Glare's the best paralysis move. Zygarde 50 has it on Choice Band sets if it wants to, because it gets that many opportunities to just repeatedly make its way on in with E-Speed to kill stuff, and then it can coil up, it can DD, it can coil, it can just go for the raw spam ability of 1,000 Arrows. Like, I think the change was grabbing Glamora. Oh my god, that did this team so much more than it really should have. This team just does so much. I see how this team wins games. You pivot around the threats with Alola Mola, Glamora, Zygarde 50 is a really good defensive profile, Tornadus Therian, and then you can hit really hard with Mega Mawile. I wouldn't sleep on Cacturn. Like, Meloetta hits hard. This team's good. This team's not that fast, but what can you ask for? You can't ask for everything. Last team, other than mine, which I will go over at the end of... No, actually. I want to keep this to about an hour. Oh, we're saving, like, the best for last. I think this is the best team. Deoxys Speed, Greninja, Thunderous Eye, Volcarona, Terra Tinkaton, Bramblegast, Great Tusk, Terra Swalot, and Terra Shelgon. Yeah, this is a team that was allowed. I don't see how this team loses a game. Greninja with Battle Bond or Protean. Deoxys Speed, which is one of the best leads ever. Thunderous Eye can do whatever it wants. It can run support. It can run a Defiant Physical Sweeper. It can run a Special Set, which is one of the most threatening in the game. Volcarona, Quiver Dance. It's one of if not the best Quiver Dance user that's ever been introduced. Gigaton just hits hard with its signature move. Bramblegast with Windrider can really work with Thunderous Tailwind. Great Tusk is indeed banned from using the oh, I've forgotten the item name. Why did I just forget the item name? It's banned from using the thing that activates Proto without Sun. Swalot is decent. I mean, Swalot and Shelgon are like the picks that they had to make to hit 9 Pokemon, right? And they're just Terras, so interesting enough. This team's very good offensively. Deoxys Speed, Greninja, Thunderous, Volcarona they've all been OU staples for good reason. They hit things really hard. It's really hard to withstand their assault, even without each other, but they cover each other so well. And then, two good spinners. Two really good spinners. Good pivot options. Really good pivot options. Rocks. You have rocks, you have spikes, and technically you have toxic spikes because Greninja really likes to click toxic spikes. Knockoff is decent on some of these Pokemon. Good status, I'd say. Deoxys S has extreme speed. You have Water Shuriken, which is indeed priority. I think this team is the best in the league. Really good defensively. You're not overly weak to any types. And this team is really fast. This team's like stupid fast. Like, I do not think I have seen anything like it. Holy. Why did we let this happen? A genuine question. Anyway, let's see if I can rank these real quick. Let's check out our A tier teams. Let me just have a little scroll through again. Austin's team. This team's so strong. Like, Austin's team gets A tier. I think it's Bacon. I think Bacon's team is maybe high B, I guess. High B for now. Brady. Brady's team. This is the Mega Aggron team. Well, I think below Bacon, maybe. I'm good at typing, I swear. Oh, sue me. Bushy's team. Oh, it's so strong. It's so strong. Such good sweepers. You're just gonna get swept up into the wind by this team. Gus's team. There is some weaknesses, but overall, I don't think it's the worst team in the league. I actually think that's still me, but Gus's team is definitely top of C. Hannah, they stole my Zygarde 10. That's all I'm gonna say. They stole my Zygarde 10. And in response, I'm giving the Hannah team middle of B. I already ranked Jack's team. I'm not going to go over it again. Julia's team is interesting. This team's so unbelievably hard to kill. It's just so unbelievably hard to kill. Kevin. I think Kevin's team has some flaws. More than Mega Metacham is strong. I can't do it to him. I reasonably cannot put him in C tier. He's just I know that his team is gonna win. Alright. Now that Lex has been added to middle of A tier. Maggie's team. I think nothing at this team like jumps out at me. Nate Normal. Nate Normal's team is strong. It's not overly bulky. I mean, base 80s kind of across the board here. And then Earthworm. I'm moving Nate. I did not mean to put him down there. I mean, Parker. I think Parker has got a 1-up on Gus. Like, Parker, the speed boosters are just gonna clean a game. Sky. I think Sky also has a 1-up on Gus here. And then I already went over Will. Hang on, I just have to put myself in the bias tier. Hold up. S plus bias tier. Just me. Just me. I think that this is a very similar ranking to what the other people had. I did not look at them while making this. This is my genuine opinion. I think genuinely this is decent. This is the best that I may be able to do. I'm not a very good player, so don't take what I say with like the absolute this is where everyone is. I think that this is my opinion rather than my from a really good competitive player perspective. I think I would still genuinely put myself at the bottom of the list in C or even D tier. I think I'm gonna quickly show my team, I guess. I can quickly grab my team here. Cause sure, let's wait until last for my team. The Gigaton League Power Spot, and then teams. I got Terra, and then matchup. Go over here. All right, my team. I guess let's do my team then. So for my team, I got Terrakion, Amalga, Simisage, Terra Simisage, the low kick, Xeno King, Tatsugiri, my low tick, Blaziken, Terra Bishop, Terra Butterfree, and Aegislash. I was going for bulky offense here. I think it worked, right? You have... I used to have Mega Sableye in for Amalga, Simisage, and Tatsugiri, but I didn't have... I was really weak to ground. Like, really, really, really fucking weak to ground. So I took some advice. I switched them out. I'm now no longer that weak to ground. I have special defense. I have physical defense, my low tick. I have Bisharp with Eviolite is really defensive. Aegislash, need I say more. Blaziken is not allowed to click Sword Stance, but I still think that its attack is enough with Bulk Up so that I may be able to potentially sweep a game. Terrakion's a really good Scarfer. Simisage is... Oh my god, Terra Simisage is strong with Poison and Flying. Mulga, good ground switch, electric immunity, good status. Nidoking's strong. There's my team. Rocks on these Pokemon is real. Rapid Spin on Tatsu if I want to. Defog on Mulga. The Volt Switch U-turn, these U-turn Pokemon are good. Volt Switch. Priority... Sure, it exists. Low Kick's first impression is basically its normal move. Sucker Punch is real. Nuzzle's good. Thunder Wave is good. Knock Off for item removal is also really good on this team, so I'm biased. I'm really biased. I'm not that fast, but I'm pretty bulky to compensate and very strong, very, very strong offensively. Alright, I think that concludes my Gigaton League power spot for the pre-games. I don't know if I'll be updating the power spot every week. I may do it. I may do it for some weeks. I may do it for others. I'm not sure. But I just had some time to kill. So I decided to do a post-draft pre-match power spot. Bye-bye.